Most contractors never break $1 million, and it's not because they're bad at the work, because they chose the wrong growth lever. The ones that do all have one thing in common. They dominate Google using the same boring local SEO techniques. In this series, I'm breaking down how real contractor businesses are using local SEO to build million and billion-dollar businesses. If you have a client that you're trying to get to rank in multiple cities, one of the top questions I get is, how should I structure the URL of the pages? Now, it really depends, but I figured we would steal the strategy of a multi-billion-dollar company today. And our super boring contractor business today is Stanley Steemer. That's right, a carpet cleaning company that's probably near your town. You've probably seen them before. These guys are worth $2.7 billion, and check it out, they rank first in cities all over the place, and you'll know why I'm talking about just Colorado here in just a bit. If you're new here, my name's Sam Sarson, and I am your SEO coach. I also run Local SEO Academy, and in there, we help web designers build stable income, build that MRR, hire team members, so that way they can stop living in that feast or famine cycle and start growing the businesses they really wanted to build in the first place. In the new Local SEO Sales Engine course, one of my favorite lessons is talking about the best industries for local SEO nowadays. And one of my favorites right now by far is contractors. All right, contractors. Legal is a great one. Health and wellness, medical, also a great one. The reason why these are good fits for local SEO is because local service providers typically have multiple services, and they also serve multiple areas. Now, carpet cleaning is not the best example because typically carpet cleaning companies just do carpet cleaning, but you'll see Stanley Steemer also does like air ducts, but they're able to use their clout to be able to just basically have one page per city. Now, I will say that's not typically the best advice. In our last multi-million-dollar contractor breakdown video, which is going to be right here, where we talked about budget blinds, we showed how they actually have specific location pages for all their services that they have, which for a window treatment company is really a product, but it's just a different type of service, right? That's just what they call it. But for this one, I think this helps people see like, oh, this is the structure of what it should be for the URLs. Now, it might need to be more specific. You might, underneath that URL, you might want to put your specific services. If you say have a general contractor, you might have kitchen remodel and bathroom remodel, ADUs or mother-in-law suites, whatever you call them in your corner of the country. But don't worry so much about that today. We're just going to really talk about the city pages and what those look like once we know the URL structure. So earlier I was showing you that they're showing up first all over Colorado, and these are actually the pages behind them. So you can see not a whole lot of difference when we look at two compared to each other. Now, thanks to my new assistant, Claude, I was able to use some curl commands here to really pull in some of the pages because their sitemap is humongous. But you can see in the greater Denver area, they have 3 pages, one targeting Aurora, one targeting Lakewood, one targeting Fort Collins. We'll zoom back into those pages here in a second. But what I want you to see is look at their structure for the rest of their pages. So they're targeting cities all over the country because they have multiple locations all over the country. Now, these all probably have Google business profiles attached to them, and that's what a true multi-location business is. Most of your clients are just going to be what's called service area businesses, or a SAB is usually how it's abbreviated. And a service area business is one that has a hub somewhere, and then it serves around that area, okay? But we can follow this same structure for a service area business. So imagine that we had a different client that wants to rank in the greater Denver area. Now, these cities are far enough away where you probably would not want to serve them all with one business, but this is an example of how you could structure these pages. So imagine even your area where you live right now, like, okay, there's always like several cities around you. So you're like, okay, I could see why I need a city page in this city, in this city, in this city, in this city, right? So that is one way that you can structure it. But now let's actually look at what the pages look like. Now, remember that these big dogs have authority. That's their unfair advantage. I always talk about that. These guys have way more authority, but Google also has placeholders for each spot. They have placeholders for small businesses, for franchises, and for listicles for things like Angie, Yelp, stuff like that. And so these guys have an unfair advantage. So when we look at these pages, just know like we're not looking at them too strictly for like on-page SEO, but we're just trying to make sure like what are some of the things that they're doing and where are they switching like the city names out. If you want to see my favorite on-page SEO strategy, then check out the video that's up there. That's my favorite, and it works really well for these smaller providers, somewhere in the like $500,000 to $2 million range, which is a great client, by the way. So let's look at these pages. So this is the Fort Collins page. So again, if we just do that flip back and forth between Aurora and Fort Collins, we can see there's Aurora here and Fort Collins here. You can see the address is getting updated as well. And you can also see kind of this subheader also being updated. These actually are just pop-ups, which is interesting. So there's no sub pages. Like if you wanted to take this to the next level, you would probably build these out to be location pages for each service in that area. Now, a lot of people might not search area rug cleaning in that area. Sometimes there is that search volume for that. We've worked with a carpet cleaning company and we've seen that before. So just, it's something to think about, especially air duct. There's probably enough search volume for that where warrant that. But you can see between the two pages, there's really no difference. Anyway, as we work our way down the page, you can see it's like not specific and then it's specific. Look, specific testimonials for the area. This is what we love to do when we're doing a V2 or a V3 version of the page. It's okay to publish a page that doesn't have a lot of specific information when you're first getting out there, but we want to add more to it over time. Again, here's kind of a block. Look, the image is the exact same image, but it kind of feels like Colorado. So it's kind of like an everywhere type of one. The FAQs are the exact same. This would be a great example where you could add more information if you want, but they don't need to. Again, they're the guys, so it's pretty easy for them to just show up for that. And it looks like that's it. I'm not even seeing the address on the bottom, which we usually would. Yeah, they're the exact same. So so that's the difference between the location pages. Another thing to look at, which we didn't look at in the budget blinds video, are the SEO hotspots. So you can see they're targeting Aurora right here in the SEO title, and they're also targeting Aurora in the meta description. You can't see it at the top, but just trust me, in the permalink, it is mentioning Aurora right there. And then if we flip over to the other page, we can see, this is the Fort Collins page. They're saying Fort Collins right here, Fort Collins right here. Meta description, not a ranking factor, but it can definitely help with click-through rate, because that's what you see on Google. Oh, I realize my head's in the way. Let's just switch to the screen there. So yeah, so it says Fort Collins right there. There's the meta description, and you can see there it is, Fort Collins in there, and just for a good measure, there was the Aurora one. Now, you might be wondering, Sam, what's the point of this video? I feel like you've talked about stuff like this before. It's the folder structure, okay? You need to have a page for each city that your client is servicing. It's so important, okay? I always go back to my area, but that's just because I know it so well. And so over here we have Bend, Oregon. And if we zoom out a little bit, we can see the surrounding cities. And so I want a page that says /Bend/ carpet cleaning, right? Or /Bend carpet cleaning. Something like that, or /Bend/ carpet cleaning, /Bend/ area rug cleaning, things like that. Like there's different ways to structure it, but that's what we want. But just know you also want a /Redmond carpet cleaning or a /Redmond/ carpet cleaning, right? So you might have like a hub page that's the /Redmond carpet cleaning, and then under that there'd be area rug. So there's so many ways to do this, and we saw the example of how the Stanley Steamers are doing it. The Stanley Steamers of the world are doing it. So they're doing location /Colorado /Greater Denver /Aurora. So that's a lot of folder structure that you are not going to need for your smaller clients, but it just gives you an idea of how the big dogs are doing it. Remember, Stanley Steemer is a huge company. They're making hundreds of $millions a year. So we should probably be paying attention to what they're doing and seeing how we can apply that for our clients. If you're a contractor and you happen to find this video, we have a special document just for you that breaks down all of our favorite SEO tactics for multi-million-dollar contractor businesses. So be sure to check that out. And there's also a link to book a call to see if you'd be a good fit to work with our agency, because that's mostly who we work with. However, most of you watching this video right now are web designers that are trying to add local SEO to your business. And so if that's what you're trying to do, then you're going to want to check out this video, because in this video right here, I'm going to give away some of our best information. And so I'll catch you in that one.